Hello? Hold on. Let me see if everything is... It says I'm up and running. That says upcoming. So OBS is live. There we go. Okay. So, this was an attempt of doing this thing. I kind of wonder, can I also record this while I'm streaming? That doesn't matter. Kitty. Kitty, come here. Let me pet you. Oh, good girl. Okay, so I attempted to do this yesterday, and I got a build that I really enjoyed, and I thought I was streaming the entire thing, and then I realized at the very end of it, after I got everything up and running, that I didn't actually start streaming. And so the entire thing was, I'm not going to say wasted, because I found a build I like, but not what it was supposed to be. So, how this is going to work is I'm going to be throwing in Tribute of Refinement just because I always need some Undercity. Then here, Chaotic Uniques. What this does is this will make it so that any unique in the game can drop off of this boss, but it only drops 2 unique items. Now I have 3 seasonal characters that are up to level 60, a Necromancer, this guy, a Barbarian, who is like my lowest level 60, he's like the weakest, and then I have a Sorcerer. So how this is going to work is I'm going to be farming this about 3 or 4 times, trying to get a unique that I have not made a build for based off of those 3 classes. They are my 3 most played classes, so I will remake a build if it's a build that I haven't posted before and if it has had some potential updates. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, I'm running around on my Necromancer on my Aura build just because, as you'll see, it makes clearing these pretty quick. I'm sure other people can clear it quicker, but I could do mine while drinking my milkshake. Because I just have to do this. And those guys are dead. Bam. This is Torment 4, by the way. This is like as hard as these enemies can get. And that guy's gonna die. Yep. Okay. The thing with this map, I want to clear kind of like up along the edges. The more enemies I kill, the better, because like the quicker I'll be able to get through this. And yeah, it's real quick to clear on this build. I like this. When I get into like some video editing software, I might actually make a tutorial of how to make this build. Mostly because I ramble when I'm talking about things like that. But I do plan on kind of making a little bit more in-depth guides of things, of like trying to explain why things work the way they do. And what I personally view as a good stat. Now, I'm not one of the people who has like billions of damage builds. Like, I'm lucky if I can scrape 1 billion. And I can on this build, but I'm not doing like, I'm doing hundreds of millions, but when I first run into a person, I'm doing like less than 100 million, which is still good. Like it's good enough to clear Torment 4, but it could be better. I prefer fun builds over overpowered builds. And besides, this build is great because I could drink my milkshake while I play it. Like, good milkshake. Alright. But yeah, it's... Oh wait, there's an enemy up here. Let's kill him. Come on, die, enemy. There we go. And yeah, these guys die nice and quick. I like it. The build that I got yesterday was Flameweaver, so I got a Flameweaver build going on. And I'm still disappointed that Flameweaver and Vox Omnium don't pair together. So, for those of you who don't know what those are, Flameweaver is the unique gloves for a sorcerer that make it so that if you cast a firebolt and it passes through a firewall, it splits into 3 projectiles that each gain 30% increased damage. So it more than triples your damage output, basically, if you're casting firebolt through firewall. And now, Vox Omnium is the unique staff that makes it so that whenever you cast a core skill, you also fire out a additional 2 basic projectiles based off of the last 2 core skills you cast. And Firewall is a core skill, so if you cast Firewall once, it'll launch out 2 Firebolts, because your last 2 were Firewall. But if you were to launch like Firewall and then Frozen Orb, you'd launch out a Frostbolt and a Firebolt. Now the thing is, it specifically says fire an additional 2 projectiles that are those. So it launches an additional 2 Firebolts. But the thing is, that's not casting it. So it doesn't trigger off of the Flameweaver gloves. Which I kind of wished it did, because it'd be so much cooler if it did. Okay. I might actually be able to just bum rush the boss after this. Okay. Plagued is kind of annoying. There we go. There we go. And kill this guy. Sweet. Oh, sweet. I can just bum rush to the boss. Okay. Let's continue onward. Literally ignoring everything. There we go. Okay. I always need more Opticite, because Opticite is just useful. And there goes the boss. Nice and easy. That dropped some decent stuff. Boots, staff, ring. Dagger with 2 greater affixes as well is pretty nice. Staff of Limes, and I have a build for Scorn of the Earth. I don't have a Spiritborn. I don't have a Spiritborn. Max life damage, no. Intelligence, but... I'll take the aspect instead. So, that was not ideal. I'm not going to use any of those, so that doesn't count. I already have a Staff of Limes build, a Charged Bolt Sorcerer on the Eternal Realm. This is on the Seasonal Realm. I just have, like, actually far more stuff on here, surprisingly. So let's continue doing this. On to the second bout. This milkshake is probably enough calories to get me through the day. It has so much ice cream and cookies and milk. It's great. Okay. Alright. There we go. And yeah. So, how this is going to work, I'm going to farm for items, get a unique of a build, and then I'm going to make a build based off of that unique item. I was originally kind of planning on doing this, but crafting like mythic uniques at the blacksmith, like random mythic uniques, but then I was like, I don't want to waste the resplendent sparks, and also I think making a build based off of a regular unique is a little bit more fun than making a build off of a mythic unique, because mythic uniques are kind of broken. So I'm like, if the character already has a mythic on them, I will keep it on potentially, but if they don't, then I'm not going to. I'm not gonna like make a mythic for these, because these are meant to just be kind of like dumb little challenges. I was not at all watching my screen, which is why I was running around with my like a chicken with my head cut off. Bam. Okay, let's actually focus in and get through this a little bit quicker. Also, this gets a lot of obsite, clearing these out as quickly as I can, which is nice. Any interesting things over here? I just like that. Approaching a field of enemies and then they just die. Killed. Sweet. Awesome. Milkshake. Okay. Sweet. Killed those enemies. Killed those enemies. Killed those guys, and then let's do that. Sweet. Okay. There we go. And gotta clear out this area. Sweet. Oh no, they froze me. Whatever will I do? I wasn't at all worried, if you couldn't tell. That was sarcasm. These guys aren't much of a threat. They're only Torment 4. Torment 4 is... If you have a good build, you can easily do Torment 4. That's kind of the thing that I've noticed. If you are good, you can make a bad build do Torment 3 and potentially 4. But a lot of this game is not skill-based. A lot of it is gear-based and build-based. So if you have a bad build, you kind of need to adjust it if you want to get further. Because the gameplay of it is not too hard. Oh, yep. Moving on. Okay. There we go. I had to kill that thing. I didn't have to, I just kind of like to. This entire time I've been using only one hand, by the way. And I hadn't even attacked anyone. And on the boss I actually will attack.
You have strength. I wonder, are your fangs as sharp as mine?
By attack, I mean I'm going to left click to get blight on it. That was 1 billion damage. Nice. Chest armor, quarterstaff, boots. So the quarterstaff is going to be some like Rod of Capellic or some other nonsense. Blood Artisan's Cuirass. No. It was Supposonic. Why 3% basics lucky hit chance? That is kind of dumb. Like, that's just not a good stat. Okay. So none of those are good. This will drop something eventually. Considering there's a lot of builds that I still can try on each of those 3 classes. I'm literally like...
Been fighting hard?
I've gotten 3... half of the items have been for a class I can use. But they've been like items I've already had. And the thing with like Blood Artist, I'm curious, is the Bone Spirit build is still like doable. It still does a decent amount of damage. It could do more, but it still does like decent. But only when it overpowers. So it's like, okay, well if it's not overpowering, then what is like it's basically not hitting them if it's not overpowering. I gotta check something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 to get down there and that. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That gets me more stuff. So I'm going to start going that way. If I can. How many more levels do I need? Because this is like the last thing that I actually need. So 9 more to get there. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 more levels. I could do that. $16 more levels isn't too undoable. Okay. Continuing on, getting these masterworking materials as well as everything else.
I don't think I like this.
Be quiet, Aldkin, or whatever your name is. I was looking away again. Left click on somebody there. Okay. There we go. Sweet. I do try to keep my ultimate active, and I know I could do some things to, like, make it so I could always have it active. I could try, like, an Unmaker build and try to have, like, all my damage come from Shadow or Soul Rift. And that could be kind of fun, actually. So if I get an Unmaker here, I think I have a better one, but if an Unmaker drops here, that'll tell me what unique I can use. Eventually I might just like put, like if these characters go to the Eternal Realm, where I have like almost one of every unique, almost. I don't have all of them, but I have almost. I don't have a rogue actually. Tell you what, if I get a like Word of Hakan here or something, then I will go to the Eternal Realm on my level 50 rogue, level him up and get him the stuff to actually make it. Okay. But yeah. This will end up giving me, like, the build that I'm going to make for today. Brownies and milkshakes are amazing. Brownies and ice cream are good. Brownies on their own, okay. Brownies in ice cream, good. And all a milkshake really is just drinkable ice cream. And for some reason it always has like the placebo for me of like, oh, well, it's not that bad for you because you're drinking it. Which I know is entirely false. But that's just one of the clever things that your brain does to kind of protect itself and be like, hey, no, you're doing okay. Okay. If you have any amount of barrier in a build, getting a Neo rune with an Ohm rune as one of your rune wards is just so good because it basically guarantees you always have Warcry active. Which is good even for a barbarian to get. One of the things is, like, necromancers I have made so many of that I have, like, so many different builds for them that it makes this little challenge of mine a little difficult if it drops anything necromancer related. Also, I am kind of an altaholic, meaning I like to make a bunch of different characters and test out a bunch of different ways of playing. So I'm hoping this will kind of like help me narrow down what type of builds I actually enjoy and help me get rid of some of my stuff. And maybe if I learn how to actually like break into the trillions of damage, that'll be even better. But I don't plan on it. And again, I don't feel like watching tutorials or anything like that on Diablo. I play the game for fun. That's it. One of the things that I do like about this milkshake, though, is I actually made a little bit too much. I added too much milk, so there's actually more in the fridge, which is good. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm on floor 3. Why am I clearing this? Just run to the end. I got completely distracted by the milkshake. Oh, finally a different boss.
For your sake, child.
If you're wondering why I just run in circles, I have a Bach rune that's casting one of my curses. And my curses are actually what's doing all my damage. Dagger, ring. Is this a mortar crux and a ring of men down? Okay, okay. I can work with that. I've been kind of wanting to make a mortar crux build. So this is when you consume a corpse, there's a 25% chance to also summon or also create a decaying simulacrum that seeks enemies but cannot attack. When it dies, it explodes for 21,000 or 2,100 shadow damage. And this effect is treated as a macabre skill. Okay. Ring them in down. Every 6th attack from each minion is empowered, exploding for 6,000 damage. Now, if I look at these, I'm thinking, if I pair that with something like Curious Embrace, casting Blood Surge consumes nearby corpses to cause mini-novas, dealing some damage. This damage is increased by 10% for each enemy drained by your initial cast. That could be pretty useful. And then I could also throw on, I don't have it, but I can get it pretty quick, Death Speaker's Pendant. And the thing that Death Speaker's Pendant does is it makes your minions cast Blood Surge as well. So I'm kind of thinking that Curious Embrace with Mortar Crux to make it so that my Blood Surge consumes all nearby corpses that will then potentially summon Decaying Simulacrums. Then, with that, I can also utilize Ring of Mendeln and Death Speaker's Pendant to make it so that my my Blood Surge also triggers around my minions, and just kind of like filling the area with Blood Surges is kind of what I'm picturing. Let me save this build, right? Yes. It's the one with grandfather. Yes. Awesome. So now the actual thing about those is I have like some really good Ring of Mendelans in here, and I also have like, I thought I had a good Mortar Crux. Do I not? Well, in that case, let me save that. Could have sworn I had. Ah, there it is. I do. Let me compare it. 25% chance, 33% chance is going to be better. 70 hewed flesh, 40 hewed flesh grants 7% max life is better, 8.5, which is better, 42% chance, 38% chance. Yeah, no, mine's better in every way. Alright, so, let's go ahead and salvage all of that. Wait, do I want to salvage that? Yeah, I do. Awesome. So, we are going to go and switch builds really quickly. So let's load this one. Let's go kill Varshan a few quick times. Just to get a Death Speaker's Pendant. It doesn't have to be a good one, it just has to be a Death Speaker's Pendant. Okay. Are we ready for this? I'm going to look away really quickly because I'm going to do the thing that I have been doing that keeps causing me to look away. Let me take a second. There we go. Awesome. Oh, that was a good overpower. There we go. Sweet. This build is really powerful. I like it. This is a Bone Spear build. I need to put another stack of Malignant Hearts in my bank. I'm a stack shy of being able to summon this guy 100 times, so, and I'm kind of wanting to keep that. You never move. That's annoying. Alright, looks like he dropped it. Amulet, amulet, amulet. 3 of them. Awesome. So I get it. Let's teleport back to... Let's go to Kyovershed. I kind of like the look of Kyovershed. It always looks like it's sunny there. Okay. So let's kind of observe which of these would be best. 8% attack speed, 8.8. Well, 1 essence per blood enemy. 3 to blood surge, 2 to blood surge. Okay, so this one is better than this one. So this one's out. 184, I think. Yeah, this one's out. So it's this one. Sweet. Frostburn? No. Okay. Let me put in this Paragon point. I think I was heading towards that. Let me save this build. Yeah, you're my Blood Spear. I call this my Blood Spear build instead of Bone Spear because these make Bone Spear a blood skill. So technically, it is a Blood Spear. And it has rank 35. It is so nuts. So nuts. Okay. So let's kind of see here. I don't need one that's like super OP. So let's go with this one. I would have been okay with getting a Mutilator's Plate too. I would have been like, okay, I can like build off of that. But this thing and this thing. Now let's I suppose, because I got these items. Well, I can't use all of them. I could use that. So let's use that. Well, no, I can't use that, actually. Lucky a chance I won't be needing, Tides of Blood, actually? That might be useful. I think this, honestly. Because Tides of Blood Hellbent Commander is going to be kind of... Oh, wait, no. I can't use an amulet. Dang it. I can't. Ah, that's tricky. That's tricky. Okay. I can use rings. I can use rings. A ring. Maybe that? Or would actually this be better? No. This. Snoo ring. Chestplate? Max. Yes. Helmet? Yes. I'll need boots. Actually, I could use this ring instead. Which one? This one. Boots. Yen's Blessing. I don't know if I'm gonna need that. I got some good howl from belows. Intelligence could chance movement speed. That is pretty nice. Pants. Pants. Maybe. Blood Moon Breaches. Yeah. I'm thinking Blood Moon Breaches. I'm thinking anything that can, like, trigger with minions, basically. And also synergize with Blood Surge a bit. So, let's see here. That's Amulet, both rings. Then let's do helmet, chest, pants, gloves. I should do helmet, chest, gloves, pants. Need boots. Boots that are made for walking. Preferably ones that's just what they'll do. Meaning boots that are made for walking. I have greater affix for movement speed. I don't really care if this build doesn't take off or not. Got a few Deathless Visages. I got a few of them. I gotta, like, sell them. Alright. You. I need to focus. Okay. Focus. Focus. Focus pocus. Very nice, but could be better. Yeah, they could be legendary, you broad. Now, are you gonna give me more or no?
It's very nice. Oh, bad luck. Try again.
A few of them. Intelligence, max life, lucky hit chance. Each cast of Blood Lance will launch an additional Blood Lance at a nearby enemy when it first hits an enemy that is already Lance, dealing 80% of normal damage. That is pretty good.
It's good to belong somewhere.
Now, the thing is there a way of making Blood Lance consume a corpse? Because if there is, then I could do a different build. Let's look at Blood Lance. Blood Lance will consume blood orbs to conjure lances from them. Each additional Blood Lance deals 72% of normal damage and prioritize targeting unlanced enemies. Each cast of Blood Lance will launch an additional one, and then... No. So there's no way of making Blood Lance form from a corpse. Hmm. Because here's the thing. I'm thinking, since I got Mortacrux, I'm going to be all about corpses, generating corpses, and then damaging enemies based off of that. I'm going to keep this thing, though. The rest of it, no. Okay.
Anything breaks, the forge is hot.
So let's enchant some items. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Honestly, I only really need to enchant you for a different thing there. I would rather have something like crit chance, maybe? Are you gonna not give me crit chance, really? You can give me crit chance, yeah. Give me crit chance. Give me crit chance. Crit chance. Crit chance. Thank you. Jeez. Oh, not worth it. Oh. Okay. So, let me replace everything I am currently wearing. Okay. Let me go to my attacks. Refund everything in my Paragon board. Let me make sure that my build was saved, and it was, yeah. Refund all. Bam. Skill tree. Respect mode. Refund all. Okay. So, everything's going to be about, like, consuming corpses, but not corpse explosion. That's the thing. It's not corpse explosion. It's just consuming corpses. Maybe I should use Ring of Sacrilegious Souls, so I don't have to worry about keeping my minions up. Or lower ultimate cooldown and summon my minions via Army of the Dead. That one. Either way though, Blood Surge, all the way up. The Overpower one. Overpower is just so good. Hued Flesh, yep. Increase core skill damage. Yeah, let's do that. This consuming a corpse generates 2 essence. I actually might max that out. This one. This one. Lucky hit chance. What is Blood Surge's lucky hit chance? 13. And if I raise it by 15%, it's still 13. That one. That one. Blood orbs are useful. That. Army of the Dead. For that one. I should probably be explaining what those parts, like what those things I picked do and why I want them. And kind of my thought process behind it. I was just enjoying the taste of my milkshake while I was picking points. So, I'm thinking this build will primarily be utilizing Blood Surge, considering I have two uniques that stack around it. One that stacks around minions, and then and then one that stacks around consuming corpses. Technically two. One that consumes corpses and one that triggers something for consuming corpses. Let me actually trigger what macabre skills. I do want this. You're the one that spawns a corpse. Yes, that. Everything that spawns corpses. So my skills are going to be my minions, 2 slots. So skeletons, warriors, skeleton mages. Speaking of. So I'm thinking my skills are going to be 2 slots for my minions. Blood Surge is one of them. Blood Mist for staying alive. The ultimate, the Army of the Dead. And that leaves basically 1 slot that I can use. And I'm probably going to leave it as a curse, so I can make sure that enemies get cursed, rather than just waiting for the trigger of the other thing. The pants, the Blood Moon Breaches. Something like left click will be cursed, right click will be Blood Surge. 1 will be Summon Skeletons, 2 will be Golem, 3 will be Blood Mist, 4 will be Army of the Dead. So I got quite a bit going on for like minions in that. So going through it, I only need to put enough points into the start to make sure that it I can get to the core skills. Then for core skills, max out Blood Surge because I'm going to need it. Hewed Flesh because that's going to give me a higher chance of spawning a corpse when I attack. Imperfectly Balanced is just going to make my core skill do more damage, so Blood Surge will do even more damage. Blood Mist so that I can, and I also went for Blood Surge, got through Enhanced Blood Surge so it'll heal me, and then Paranormal Blood Surge so that it gets guarantee overpowers every 5 casts of it, basically, if I do it while healthy. Then moving on to the next one, Blood Mist. This will basically be my get out of jail free card. If something hits me and I'm like, no, I need to live, Blood Mist, get out of there. Then Enhanced Blood Mist to make it so that casting a skill that overpowers reduces the cooldown. And Ghastly Blood Mist to make it so that it's now a mobility skill and spawns a corpse, which is pretty useful. Then as far as passives go, Grim Harvest, I put 3 points into it rather than just the 1 because I kind of want to get a little bit of extra essence. And so Blood Mist or Blood Surge will consume a lot of corpses, and I'm kind of hoping that will balance out with the 30 essence cost. So essentially I need to consume 5 corpses per cast to have it cost nothing, basically. You deal 9% increased damage for 6 seconds after consuming a corpse, which is good because I'm going to consume corpses a lot, so that'll just be damage increase. I might get Titan's Fall, and I might get Necrotic Fortitude, and I might get Spiked Armor. Those are all maybes, but I did get Skeleton Warrior Mastery because I want the increase in Skeleton Warriors. I did not go up 2 things, so let me unlock this. Abhorrent Iron Maiden heals you for 7% of your max life when an enemy dies while afflicted with Iron Maiden. That's just going to be extra health, basically. Death's Embrace is close enemies take more damage and deal less damage. This is super useful if you're not running this, something's wrong with you. You kind of need that. Amplify damage. Okay, let me rephrase that. If you're running a curse build and you have the ability to use Iron Maiden and you pick this one that makes enemies take more damage from Iron Maiden instead, this is almost always better. Because this is healing. The other one is just slightly more damage for a skill that doesn't do that much damage itself. So I'm like, Abhorrent Iron Maiden is good. Even better than that, Decrepify. Because of Horrid Decrepify, when your or your minions hit an enemy afflicted with Decrepify below 10% health, they are instantly killed. That is amazing. So I picked it. Though I'm going to do something dumb and I'm going to rely on Blood Moon Breaches to cast Decrepify. While I cast Iron Maiden for the healing and then Amplify damage. It's just damage multiplier. It's good. Over here, I'm actually going to take a point adding Necrotic Carapace. No, I'll take it, yeah. That'll free up a defensive temper for me. But otherwise, Coalesced Blood for the increased damage while healthy, which is just solid. Blood skills deal 30% increased overpower damage. This bonus is doubled while healthy. Tides of Blood is amazing. Always pick it. Now, going down into here, got the Finality. Deal 15% increased damage for 8 seconds after casting an ultimate skill. I'm going to try to reduce the cooldown of my Army of the Dead as much as possible. And I'm actually going to try to see if I can do anything to, like, increase it. Then I got Hellbent Commander up. It's going to make my minions do more damage. Inspiring Leader is going to make it so that while I'm healthy, I gain 12% increased crit chance, and my minions gain 18%. That's solid. Inspiring Leader is amazing. Bonded Essence, every 5 seconds, your Skeleton Priest's healing will heal your skeletons for an additional 60%. And then for core skill, or key passive, Rothma's Vigor. After being healthy for 15 seconds, your blood skills overpowers. This timer is reduced by 2 seconds for each blood orb. Each time Blood Orb heal or overheal you for 400 life. You deal 120% increased overpower damage. Now, I actually just realized that Blood Orb timer, so I actually might want to put some points in there. I'd kind of like a few of these, but this is damage. This is base damage. This would be a chance thing, so let's do it. Let's do the dumb thing. I like lucky hit chances. So I have a 6% chance to spawn a Blood Orb, which is good. Do I need that? Actually, no. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make the Consuming Corpses have a chance to spawn Blood Orbs. I am going to do... Not that one. I'm going to do this one. Wait a minute.
This is starting to feel like
Up to a 10% chance. That'd make every time I hit an enemy with Blood Surge, there's a 1% chance. No. That one. Confirm. Okay. Let's go Book of the Dead. Skeleton Reapers. The Reapers have a chance to form those. Let's go with... I don't want to use Bone Mages. I want to use Shadow Mages each time you're... That might be useful. That might also be useful. So I'm going to go with this one. See if I have a problem with that. Then I'm going to go with Blood... Or for Bone Golem. Because activating your Golem's ability causes it to shed 5 corpses. And I want more corpses. So let's adjust skills. Blood Surge will be there. Iron Maiden will be there. Hemorrhage will not be there. Army of the Dead will be there. Blood Mist. Bam. Bam. So I got that. Now. Because I'm not planning on having extra, like, things. Extra, like, slots for things. So, I'm going to want to go up this route. Let's see. I'm going to want Amplify, because I'm going to be cursing enemies. Not Control. Not... maybe Corporeal. Not Darkness. Dominate. I'm going to want Dominate. I'm going to want Essence. Maybe not Exploit. Maybe Exploit. I don't know. Not Territorial. Blood Drinker. No. Dead Razor. I'm going to want. And I I'm gonna want... There's one that's like when you consume a corpse. Yeah, exhumation. Well, that increases corpse skills, so maybe not exhumation. Maybe golem? Maybe gravekeeper? Mage, revenge, sacrificial, scourge, undaunted maybe. I think undaunted, because I'm going to be fortified. Yeah, undaunted, because it's damage reduction. You are willpower, right? Yes. There is willpower within range here. So let us go bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Let's go undaunted there. Do that, that. Do that. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it would have been the same. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so got that one all maxed out. It's going to need an increase before it actually matters. Cult Leader, your minions deal 40% increased damage for each 20% attack speed bonus they have, up to a maximum of 100% attack speed bonus. That is pretty nice. Golem has 40% max life and deals 100% increased damage. That is pretty nice. I'm going to want Flesh Eater, because I'm going to be consuming a lot of corpses. I might want Scent of Death. I know I'm going to want Bloodbath. And I know I'm going to want Frailty. What does Dead Razor do? Your minions deal 40% increased damage. They're more of there to generate corpses and trigger a few things. Yeah. So let's do Flesh Eater first and foremost. That's a pretty decent one. Let's see. Okay, it's on a good side. So attach board. Let's do this. Okay, so I know I'm going to want Amplify. I'll throw that in the... I'll throw that in one of them. I know I'm going to want Dead Razor. Minion damage and damage reduction. Oh, maybe... Maybe I won't want some of them. Because I'm looking at Dead Razor. Paragon nodes within range gain 20% bonus to their minion damage and damage reduction modifiers. I don't need that, but the additional bonus is pretty nice. Each time your summons deal damage to an enemy, they take 1% increased damage from you for 10 seconds. That I like, but I can get a 10% damage bonus elsewhere, I think. So maybe not Dead Razor. Let's go with Dominate here. Is there a lot of willpower within range? So Dominate there, bam. Okay. Oh, not there. You're close, so might as well. Then you... That. Damage to injured enemies is nice. I don't need the corpse attack skill. Or corpse attack speed. Resistance to all elements. Sweet. Awesome. I'm going to want overpower damage. I'm going to want frailty. I might want that. Scent of Death is so good though, because that's going to be like a 15% damage multiplier. Or 15% damage increase. Let's get Bloodbath. Yeah, that works. And you're getting damage roll fortified and overpower damage. So I probably want something like maybe amplify there. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna want amplify here. Perfect. There we go. Damage reduction, resistance to all elements. I definitely want that. Okay, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So I'll probably just snag both of those actually. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, snag both of these. So, your minions deal. That might be useful. Let's get frailty first because I know I want this one. I want this setup. I'm going to go up the left side. Get all 6 of those. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They're the same. So let's go that because that also gets me some dex. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, but also makes me closer to there. Okay. So let's go with what should go here. There's corporeal. There's one that I wanted for sure. I had 5 picked out. What were they? Gravekeeper, maybe? Essence was one of them. And I think I might want to do Exploit. Exploit is so useful. Because you're dexterity, right? Yeah. Okay. Your minions deal 40% increased damage for each 20% attack speed they have, up to a maximum of 100%. They get a bonus of my attack speed, so if I increase my own attack speed, that will increase theirs. And then I can increase some stuff from them. The Golem has 40% max life and deals 100% increased damage. Maybe that might just be better, because that will increase their damage. Scent of Death is so good. That's a good question. Which would I prefer? Scent of Death or Cult Leader? That's essentially what it comes down to. Do I want to stack into a little bit of minion damage? Are there any things that... Because this is going to be like... Yeah, I'm going to Cult Leader just to make sure my minions stay alive longer, because they have to make it to a cooldown of... They have to make it to a cooldown of my ultimate. And then I will get Dead Razor. And you need intelligence. 2 more. Sweet. There we go. Your armor and max life for minions. Skeleton Warrior and Skeleton Warrior damage. And your Skeleton Mages and resistance for your summons. I'll get that one, because that'll buff up all of them. Alright, gonna go with that. Sweet. So I got my build, actually. Now I gotta get the gear for it. I gotta make the gear work. So, we're gonna start off with, I don't have an amulet to work through. I don't have that many aspects to get, actually. Gonna stick with that one, actually, because that one's gonna matter. Oh, I don't need that chest plate, because I'm not doing Corpse Explosion. Ah. Is there another chest plate in here? I don't have another chest plate. Chest plates! Where are they? Tunic.
It seems you're a fair bit of magic.
A few of these. Any of them good? Intelligence max life, good enough. Intelligence max life, yeah. Which one's better? 94 and 266. 96 and 266. Haha. Get rid of the rest.
That's good salvage.
Alright.
I can take calm, turns.
Let's enchant this. Get rid of that shadow resistance, because I don't want that. Essence per second is pretty nice. I like that. Let's check. My resistances are not great. It'd be kind of useful if I had something that buffed those. And I can make this buff that. So let's check. I'll give 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Okay, awesome. So, I don't want that, don't want that, and I don't want that. Okay. So, let's take a look at these. Bam. Gain armor, you gain 30% increased damage reduction. That is so hard to not pick. That is so hard to not pick. We're picking it. I need it. The damage reduction is like needed. And that's my only armor slot. Aspect of Cursed Aura, maybe. Skeleton Priest now also empower you at 74% effectiveness. I don't actually know how much I'm going to utilize Skeleton Priests. Here. Actually, let's look up Ultimate. Mobility. Soul Rift, no. Let's look at this. There's one that's like Blood Orbs reduce ultimate cooldown, I think. It's in resource. Yeah. So let's do that. And let's do this. And let's look up Blood Orbs. No. Really? There's no Blood Orbs? There is. I know there is. It's consuming a corpse. Golem has a 16% chance to reduce its active cooldown by 2 seconds, and an 8% chance to spawn a corpse each time it damages an enemy with its normal attack. I kind of need that. So maybe you don't get that thing. Maybe you get... Because there's... Okay, corpse. Consuming a corpse has a 35% chance to spawn a blood orb. That can trigger with that to reduce my ultimate by quite a bit. So let's do it. So I'm not going to have the most minions, but I'm going to have a few. Blood Surge. 55% attack speed, that is good. Blood Surge's Nova Echoes, dealing 10% less damage. It's good. Let's do that.
That's a good omen.
Father
Okay,
bless.
so
What will it be?
we're going to temper all of these. You, defensive. Hold on. I have... Let's see here. I kind of want that. No. If I can pull 3 points out of somewhere. Which I suppose I can actually pull out of here. And then if I can pull 3 points out of somewhere, I can get the increased lucky hit chance by 5%. Okay, let's check really quick. If I were to do this. Blood Surge, you have a 13% chance, and if I increase you by 15%, you got a 15% chance. Honestly, that is quite the improvement. So I might try this. Getting a lot of blood orbs, basically, to guarantee things. So let's temper.
What do you need?
There's something that's like... Chance for hemorrhage to form blood orbs? No. Blood mist duration? No. Damage reduction for minions? I'm thinking... Chance for minions to fortify you?
Come back.
Is that
if you need work.
necrotic carapace? That one? Yeah. Consuming a corpse. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Need something forged?
Temper, you again, utility. Blood Surge Nova size is going to be useful, but do you already have that? What about you? So then let's try to get Blood Surge Nova size. Not Blood Lance duration, Blood Surge Nova size. Not Hemorrhage Explosion size, Blood Surge Nova size. There we go. Now you. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's get another one of you. I'll take it. Any other things here I need? Wait, what were you? Curse size and curse duration could be useful. Blood Search Nova size. Nice. So that's almost a 40% increase. Blood Search Nova size. Let's go with you. Movement speed during Blood Mist? No. Movement speed after killing an elite? No. 10% movement speed. Great. Awesome. Offensive. Let's see here. Blood Finesse is probably going to be what I go with. And that's probably going to go into Blood Overpower damage. Was that 210% damage? No, that was 102. 158. I'll take it. Alright. Worldly Stability. Casting a Macabre skill restores. I kind of wonder. This effect is treated as a Macabre skill. Would that trigger that casting Macabre skill restores essence? I don't think it would. But I could make Blood Orbs restore essence. Ultimate cooldown reduction. I'm planning on getting most of it from that. So let's actually go with no, not that one. Let's go with Blood Orbs. Yes. You, offensive. Let's go with Blood again. Nice. Weapons. There's going to be in your augments. Where's Blood Augments? Change for Blood Surge to deal double damage. I'm kind of thinking Army of the Dead is going to be doing 17,000, Blood Surge 7,000. This is going to be overpowering and getting some damage through there. This is going to be hopefully casting pretty quickly. Not that one. Minion augments. Not that one. Not that one. No. Wait. Is that a no? Yeah, it is a no. Come on, just give me the thing I wanted. There we go. It's a low chance, but I'll take it. Okay. So, let's, rune crafting. Well, no. Let's take a look at my runes. Let's see here. I'm gonna throw Decrepify there. Runes, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Up to 100% chance against injured enemies. Let's see here. Stand still while fighting. Maintain at least one active summon for 5 seconds, gaining offering for each. I'm going to be maintaining 6 summons. Invoke a skill from another class. I could possibly do that. Gaining offering for each up to 6 summons. Let's throw a Zan rune with that one, because I think that can pair nicely. Because essentially that's going to be 10 seconds. Well, this can get me up to 600. So is there anything... Because with that, then I can go to invoke a skill from another class. So I'll be invoking that. And then... that. Okay. So no no upgrades, really. Torment 4, gonna see how quickly I die. Now Death Speaker's Pendant is garbage, mind you. So gonna immediately do that. I mean, so far, not doing too bad, actually. Not doing too bad at all. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay. I might change around. I might get rid of that war cry because I don't know how much I'm going to need it. Oh, something killed me. No. No, I died. Okay, okay. Okay, that is decent. I'm kind of enjoying it. Kind of enjoying it. Do I have a question? No. I mean, I would need... I can try throwing the shield on. I could try that. Well, let's kind of test something. Let us test this out in a wave 6 horde. Now, this build is doing okay. Granted, it has... I gotta change like some runes around, I think, because I think I don't want Warcry. I think I'm gonna go with... Actually, I don't think I need the second one. Let's go with... Let's go with... this one. Let's go with that. More chances to overpower. Yeah, this is decently fun to use. I kind of like all the blood orbs and the consuming the corpses, and the fact that I can have my ultimate active pretty frequently. Give me some more blood orbs. No! I died! Okay, I need a little bit more... What's my armor at? Oh, 0. That would explain it. Okay, okay. I need some... armor. Let's go back to Shed really quick. Let's regroup a little bit. Let's refocus some of this effort. Let me look at my resistances as well. 26 to 51% resistances. Not amazing, but I can fix some of that by going here. Craft gems. Let's go skull. Let's craft a grand skull.
Come back and see us.
Let's also throw... Sure, I'll throw that in there. It doesn't really matter. Let's craft... another skull. So I got 34% resistances. I got a few things buffing it. But I got nothing buffing armor. Blood Surge, Tides of Blood. You're getting Blood Surge and Coalesced Blood. 1 essence per enemy drained. And you're getting me Blood Surge drains 4 times per... Ooh. That actually synergizes decently well. Yeah. That does. Let's get another Royal Skull, because I think my armor is really needing an increase. So much so that I'm actually going to go over here. Temper, you're giving me chance for minions to fortify me, right? We're actually going to change you to giving me armor. No, not max life, though I do kind of need max life. I just don't care too much for it. Give me armor! Give me armor! Please! Wow. Consumable. I need Scroll of Restorations, which I have. Bam.
Need something forged?
Temper. Give me armor. Thank you. Let's masterwork a little bit. Let's masterwork the ones that I'm not too concerned with. Just gonna get them up to rank 8. Ooh, good increase. Give me intelligence. Intelligence is always good. And resistance to all elements. That's really nice. I went from 26 to 41, so that's a good increase. Let's give you an increase. Essence per second.
That
not the most useful one. Blood Surge and Oversize is decent. Let's increase you. Intelligence.
Not bad.
Movement speed, nice. Let's increase you. Nice. Chance for Army of the Dead to do double damage. Army of the Dead is going to be doing quite a bit of damage, I think. Blood Overpower damage is also good. Also good. Alright. Okay. So let's try that. Let's try that increase. See if I can survive a little bit better. Because I got much more armor. And I got quite a bit more survivability. Oh, something hit me real hard there. Alright, let's Alright. There we go. Finally killed that thing. Oh, that poison damage. Okay, okay. So, might not be able to do too much at the moment. Ah, gosh. It's... Whew. Something needs to change here. Something needs to give this much more survivability. I'm thinking it needs much more max life, which I can get by increasing these. You don't give max life. I could wear this. Let's test that out instead. Because that's going to increase my max life by quite a bit. It's going to go up 600 life. So let's try that. I could throw these on. 6 to curse skills is a lot. 6 to curse skills is a whole lot. Let's see here. Let's think for a moment. I could throw this on, but Blood Surge would not echo twice. My damage reduction would go, goes up quite a bit. It goes up from 38 to 59. So, kind of wonder if I throw that. So let's try this. Let's try that. This is Torment 4, so I don't feel too bad about it. And these are only like 6 wave ones, so I'm not too concerned with it either. So Blood Surge is going to do a little bit less damage. That is a noticeable difference, actually. So what about this? Okay. What about this combo then? Is this good enough damage reduction? Okay, okay. Now, is this okay? I'm alive. I'm living when I wouldn't have earlier. So I'm thinking it's okay. Oof. I saw a 10 million crit. That's decent. Definitely not as good as my bone spear build, but definitely not as bad as I would have thought. Like, definitely doable. Let's go for Hellborn. Alright. All just because I want to use Mortarcrux. Ooh, something got me quick there. Oof. Oh, what is doing that? What is doing that? Okay, okay. I need to take a step back. I need to take a step back. Okay. So Banished Lord's Talisman doesn't add enough damage to warrant it. Death Speaker's Pendant does do a decent amount. I'm at max resistances because of Tyrael's Might. Let's think here for a moment. I need more armor. So let's craft another skull. Let's unsocket this. Let's throw the skull in there, and then let's pick that up. 160. Oh, same amount of armor. Okay. Then no need for that.
What will it be?
How do I do that then? Okay. I'm gonna refill my milkshake and then I'll decide how to proceed. Because I gotta figure this out. So it's doing a decent amount of damage. Or no, it's doing Torment 3 amounts. So it's doing about as good as the Flame Weaver build I built yesterday. So I'm gonna get some more milkshake and then I'll think. Oh, hi there, little kitty. Oh my goodness. Hi there. Okay. I'm thinking. And I'm thinking we need to actually upgrade some gear in order to make this work. You know? So, here's the thing. I'm going to add sockets and I'm going to masterwork everything up to rank 8.
Not bad.
I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have redone that one because that gave me corpse explosion. Cube flesh is better. That is pretty good. What is corpse explosions? Lucky hit chance. 31%. Oh, that is much better than the 15%. I could adjust things. Get rid of blood surge. Do corpse explosion. You know what? Gonna try it. Gonna try it. So, not gonna use Cura's Embrace. Not gonna use Deathspeaker's Pendant. I am gonna take off Tyrael's Might in place of not you. You. My less good one. You. Need an amulet then. Intelligence, crit chance, move speed. Because I'm thinking, if I do that, then I can take advantage of corpse explosion a bit better, and I could do something like this. So I could do no to that, yes to this, no to that. Gonna go plagued, and then I can pull things out of you guys. And then, I'm thinking, actually wait, before I do this. Add more points than that. Oh, I didn't. Oh, it's good. It's good. So, gonna save this. Well, actually, bam, bam, bam. Bam. I'm going to save this. This is a work in progress build. This is me testing a few things to try to make it Torment 4 worthy. This works better with Corpse Explosion than Blood Surge. So I'm going to try Corpse Explosion instead. So now I can go in and I can hit abilities, respec mode, that, This, 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 and I'm thinking, what should I put these points into? So we go with that. Your minions gain. That might be useful because they were dying. That can be useful because she was dying. And then, that. Confirm. Paragon. Kind of wish I could, like, you're the blood one, right? Gods. That's gonna be so annoying because I gotta, like, I literally have to go back quite a bit. I'll worry about that in a moment then. Take that, unequip that, equip that. So now Corpse Explosion is at rank 15. I need an amulet. Not any of those though. There you, I'll throw you one. That's pretty good. Let's change you though to something else. First off, you get rid of that. Get rid of that. Aspect of Hardened Bones, like so good, so good. Aspect of Hardened Bones. So that's sitting at 30% damage reduction. You. Blood orbs reduce ultimate cooldown. Consuming a corpse has a 35% chance to spawn blood orbs. Let's go with corpse. Anything that triggers with corpses. Corpse tendrils, corpse skills. Increase the damage of your core and ultimate skills. Bone storm. No. So maybe, actually, this and this. Okay, so let's go with offensive. Increase its duration or ultimate skills by 7%. 35. I think this, because that's going to be a damage increase. So you are consuming a corpse increases it. Blood orbs reduce your ultimate cooldown. You are Bone Storm consumes up to 8 corpses to increase its duration by up to 15 seconds. Okay, gonna test this out. I'm at max armor. I'm decently close to max resistances. Let's test it out. Let's see if this works. And honestly, I'm thinking getting rid of some of those uniques is going to prove beneficial. Okay, okay, okay. Hmm.
Can't always control it.
Okay, okay, okay. Gonna test out something else because I'm not liking that as much. I'm not liking it as much at all. So I'm thinking here. What was I thinking? If I can get some pants. Do I have a lidless wall? I do not. Wait, I do. I do. So I could do this. And I could do that. While you have an active bone storm hitting an enemy has a 35% chance. Yeah. I can get a different pair of pants and I can get the one and kind of make it a bone storm build. But that gets around the ring of Mendel. This is difficult. Because I'm like, okay, do I go try to like stack into Bone Storm? Do I not? Bone Storm does give some Bone Storm damage is increased by 30% of your critical strike damage bonus, which isn't great. Damage reduction is increased by 15% while it's active, which is nice. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Because this lidless wall makes it so that I have a higher chance to basically hit to generate more. That can be used to generate barrier for me. No. I'm gonna go back to this. But I still might be able to utilize this. Why didn't it keep Blood Surge? Oh, because I'm an idiot. That's why. There we go. Okay. See, the thing is, I wish this was a focus. I wish this was a focus because this would pair so nicely with it. Consuming a corpse has consumes up to 4 corpses, additional corpses, around the initial corpse, gaining 160% damage and 50% size per additional corpse. Then, when consuming a corpse, there's a 33% chance to also create a decaying skeletal simulacrum that seeks out enemies but cannot attack. When it dies, it explodes for 1700 shadow damage. Maybe that would trigger better with with shadow skills. I can make it work better with shadow skills. I just look at that effect and I'm like, I could summon more of those with this. I don't know. Let's test out this. Okay. So, consuming a corpse is going to be good for this. Okay, so let's kind of see how this goes. There we go. Doing okay, doing okay. Okay. And I think that's doing fine. I'm seeing some like 10 millions. It's not doing amazing, but hey, it's doing okay. But I got a blood surge build. I do kind of want it to do that because I'm like, surging elite, exalted hordes.
Seems kind of scary.
All right. Ooh, there was a 10 million. Let's do that. Pop that. Okay. I'm feeling okay with this. Ooh, as soon as I say something, I just get wrecked. So let's do that really quick, and then let's pop that out over there. Ooh, ooh. I still don't... What killed me there? I don't know what did that. I do not know what did that. I just died. Normally I know what did it. Not that time. Well, let's try running around something a little more open, or maybe let's try toning it down. Let's try doing a Torment 3 one, because Torment 4 is quite difficult. I'm like, this build is doing okay, but not amazing. So let's tone it down. Let's go to Torment 3. See if I could do a Torment 3 one easily enough. If I could do a Torment 3 one, I will consider this build okay. it's not nearly as bad as I would have thought, considering I have some wasted gear slots, basically. So, I'm looking at it going like, hey, like, Death Speaker's Pendant, not great. Mortar Crux, I don't think it's that amazing, honestly. But I got some good ones. Blood Moon Breaches is good. Ring of Mendeln is good. Cure's Embrace is good. But I got some good, I got some bad. And that's okay. So let's try Torment 3. Let's see if this build can do Torment 3. And if it can, it'll be okay. So let's test this out. These enemies should be much easier. Much easier. And so, let's see how it handles. Yeah, so far they can't get close. So this is like a between Torment 3 and 4 build. Which is actually not too bad. It's pretty decent. Alright, there we go. Let's just go and get some more stuff. There we go. If I had some more like unique slots, or more aspect slots, it might be better. More offensive aspect slots, but it kind of needs Secur's Embrace to trigger the Mortar Crux more. I guess it could use an amulet slot, and I guess I could utilize a ring slot if I got rid of Ring of Mendeln, because I don't think I'm relying on the minions to do all the damage. But then I would be changing it up a little bit much. I kind of want it to have minions and kind of trigger a few things. Salted Hordes. Yeah, trigger events faster. Okay. Yeah, this is decent. I'll save my thoughts for that lidless wall build for later. Hey, no snarling, sir. Here, let's gather some blood orbs, maybe? There we go. I kind of do like that my minions are making blood surges too. So I'm like, if I buff up blood surge enough, that should be fine. Should be enough to carry, basically. I do already have a blood surge build, but I think this one is a little different. It's different enough. It's utilizing different things, despite the main skill being the same. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird build. But yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. I think this build was definitely a Torment 3 build, not a Torment 4 build, but it's a fun one. I know I could, if I got rid of minions, I can make a true Blood Surge build that was better, but that's not the point of it. The point of it is to just make something stupid. This is my first dumb Diablo build that I'm actually like gonna release as a thing. So Blood Surge minion build, it can do Torment 3 easily, can't necessarily do Torment 4. But that's okay. Let's blow those guys up with these things. Yeah, there we go. Let's get rid of that cooldown for the ultimate. Exalted Lords. Exalted Hordes. Things spawn faster. That's it. All the mini blood surges everywhere.
Scary to my friends.
And Aldkin, you're not scary at all. Stop saying that you're not scary to your friends. For those of you who don't know who Aldkin is or what that, like, random voice is, that's my follower. He's a little child that turns into an imp. And likes to think that he's kind of tough. I'm like, you're not. You're a child. One of the nice things about having Deathspeaker's Pendant and Curer's Embrace is I can throw my golem on somebody, have him drop an insane amount of corpses, and then detonate all of them with a powerful blood surge. Actually, more of like 8 small blood surges. Burning Hellborn, Teeming Masses. Burning Hellborn. Hellborn is my favorite upgrade. I'm still at a decent amount of damage here. It's ooh, something hurt there. So let's kind of, there we go. Let's fix some things. I was like, otherwise I could go with like a, I could have gone a Mortar Crux in a Shadow build and a few other things. I suppose I could go, I could have also gone like Mortar Crux, Bone Storm, and tried to just like generate so many Bone Storms using like Lidless Wall, Mortar Crux. The Ring of Sacrilegious Souls. And kind of gone like a Shadow Blight build. Where I'd like be consuming, and Howl from Below. I'm gonna try that out after this. Actually, I'm gonna test that. Gonna have a Golem, because Lidless Wall procs off of Golems, I think. And the only thing that the Ring of Sacrilegious Souls would be doing would be kind of buffing my Corpse Explosion a bit more. So we're going to try some stuff. This is going decent though. It's going enough for me to actively have fun with this build. But I don't think this is unique enough for my taste. I think it's too close to a similar build I have. Okay, there we go. Step forward. What if I don't want to? I'm going to wait for Gelb to teleport once before I drop my golem on him. There we go. There we go. Put my golem on Brim the Maelstrom then. There we go. It's a decent amount of damage. Let's kill... oh, I'm low on mana. Or essence, I should say. Low on essence. Okay. So we're going to do a bit of a respec. We're going to utilize the Mortarcrux still. So we will still be utilizing it. But what ring was that? What ring was that? Bring him in down again. Okay. What are you going to drop? A bit of Obdicite. Alright. So decent. That is one variation of this build that I had an idea on. It's only 4, so I'll start on the second one, I guess. After I get the second one up and running, I will end it, I think. I still got this milkshake. I have to do dishes before I can actually eat food tonight because I don't have any silverware left. But that's why I'm like, it's only 4 o'clock. I can deal with that. So save. Yes. Awesome. Now we're gonna respec a bit. Okay, let's salvage some of this gear. Not this thing. But everything else can go. Okay. So, here's what I'm thinking. Give me this. Give me this. Let me equip those. Bam, bam. Bam. Still equip those. Take off this. Take off this. Where's my lidless wall? Bam. That. I'm gonna need a different set of rings. But that can stay. Well, the Blood Surge Nova size, I'd prefer something else. 3 to curse skills. No. No, not that either. Do I just not have a basic helmet? Alright, so I gotta get one of those. Let's do that really quick. Neat. Okay. So let's throw you in, throw you in, throw you in, throw you in, throw you in. Throw you in. And you. Okay. So now I got my basic builds there. Let's also yank this. Throw that in there. And let us go and fill out the rest. So I need, I got 900. I got plenty.
Father, bring you rock? Very nice. But
Intelligence max life armor. Nice.
until next time.
Need something for it?
Next up will be pants.
There. It seems your prayers
Got
have
4 of
been
them.
answered.
Max life armor, reap. Intelligence max life per second. Intelligence thorns resistant to all elements. Okay.
Father bless. What do you like to salvage?
And then let's go with some rings.
Not much, is it?
I don't like having to like deal with the purveyor of curiosities just like on the side. So I had saved a bunch of those bags from the treasure goblin event that was recently here. No.
What will it be?
Hold back. It seems your prayers
There we
have been
go. Got
answered.
3 of them. Intelligence, overpower, chance to heal. Definitely not that one. Wow, only one halfway decent ring. The rest are actually garbage. I don't want those.
What do you need?
None of these are honestly good, but
It seems your prayers
a few
have
of
been
these.
answered.
Intelligence, max life, resistance to all elements. Yeah, it's the best one. Alright,
Need something for it?
all of these.
Anything breaks,
Sweet.
the forge is hot.
Okay, so let's take a look at this. While you have an active bone storm, hitting an enemy has a 35% chance to spawn a bone storm at their location. I'm going to be consuming things, or consuming corpses, quite a bit. So I think I actually want these two to be normal. Then I want bone storm consumes corpses. I think I definitely want that. And I think I definitely want ultimate. There it is. Blood Wave and Bone Storm are darkness skills. Enemies damaged by Bone Storm take a bunch of shadow damage over time. Nice, nice. That's damage reduction. I want that. You are going to be what? Each time Bone Storm damages an enemy, gain barrier equal to your max life. Yes, I want that. I'm going to need different boots.
Father, bring you luck. Oh, bad luck. Try again.
Okay. These are fine. These are fine. All of those. Sweet. Okay. So, you, increased armor, no. Your block damage reduction is increased by 38% while you have a barrier. I think I definitely want that, because my, block reduction is 60%. I'm going to be getting a barrier all the time due to this, and I plan on trying to have Bone Storm always active. So you have 12% chance of consuming a corpse has a chance to spawn a blood orb. Aspect of Audacity. Huh. Luck chance is only 20%. I can buff it up to 30%, I think, right? So I do think just the consuming a corpse has a chance to spawn blood orbs. It's just good. Bone Storm duration. Chance for Bone Storm to deal double damage. Cooldown reduction. Bone skills. And Bone Storm is getting up to 15% increased duration.
Where we were?
We are going to go with sacrificing, I think. What are my resistances at? 62%. They're good, honestly. Critical strike chance increases. Deal 20% increased shadow damage. This one. Your essence regeneration is increased, and your maximum increases. Increased damage to vulnerable enemies. Yes, that one. Increased attack speed. I think I do want a golem because. But the thing is, what type of golem? Maybe an iron golem, maybe a blood golem. Blood golems can take damage for me. I could do that. That might be useful. I don't know. Here, let's respec really quick. Refund all. Few things. We're gonna want hewed flesh. Is this a core skill? No. Gonna go with decompose. Just enough to I guess I'll go with that. 30% movement speed, explosions. I might go with that. I don't know yet. Hi there, little kitty. Hi there, little girl. Little kitty kitty. Come hither. Little kitty kitty. My little girl, come here. Come get pet. Sorry, she's trying to be adorable. But this is meant to be a darkness-based corpse explosion build. Let's see here. Core skills cost more essence, but do increase damage. Gain increased essence. I don't really care about either of those, so let's go with explosions make enemies vulnerable. Let's go with that. Okay. Hold on. Had to sneeze. Okay. So I'm thinking, as I often do, that I gotta figure out exactly what this build is gonna need to do. Darkness skills, yes. Each darkness skill on your action bar increases movement speed and damage. When you damage enemies with darkness skills, they take 2% increased shadow damage from you and your minions. Mostly the from me part. You deal 3% increased shadow damage to enemies who are slowed or chilled. And 3% who are stunned or frozen. That's going to trigger with that. Bone Storm. Shadow Blight. Finality. Inspiring Leader. And Golem Mastery. Because I'm going to go with Golem and nothing else. Okay. So, with that, Death's Embrace, as always. I got 23 points left. Let's get damage while fortified, or damaged against elites while I'm fortified. I should be getting barrier pretty effectively, and so much so that I don't know if I'm gonna need... Well, the thing is, you have 50% lucky hit chance. You have a 48% chance to spawn a corpse. So I should go with this. That will give me fortify. And if I go with this, that'll bump that up by 7%, so it'll be a 57% chance. Um, 'cause if I do this, yeah, that'll be fine. Increased armor, because I'm going to want that. Okay. Now I need some other skills. Bam. I don't think I need too many points. Just Blood Mist for a, like, quick getaway. Probably going to go with this again. And I got 1 point left. I could get 3, so I don't need that. Ooh, I'm gonna need more actually, because I just realized if I'm not doing minions, I'm gonna want definitely Memento Mori, and I'm gonna want that other one too. So let's go with not that. Actually, let's go with not that. So I have a 7% chance for things. Awesome. Now, the lucky hit chance I actually might want. I'll get this through necrotic, or through other means. Okay. So we're going to go with that. Let's go with this. Corpse Explosion will be there. Decrepify there. You. Yep, actually just like that. Except... oh yeah, no, just like that. Do I want Corpse Tendrils? Because, I kind of need those, though, for this. So I'm sitting here going like, that can buff my corpse skills quite a bit, and my Grim Harvest a decent amount. Huh. We'll try this out. Let's see here. Bone Storm has 36-second cooldown, a 12-second duration that could be buffed 15 seconds, right? Yeah, up to 15 seconds. 15 and 12 is not 36. Just putting it out there. So, to my aspects, let's do a few things. So let's take a look at the resistances. Fire resistance, I can do without that one. These are honestly... so you, the only thing that I want to get rid of is that, and I would like to replace it with probably corpse skills. Corpse skills. Or intelligence. Did you not have intelligence? No, you're getting intelligence. Just, it's better. So you're good. Wait, I never put an aspect on you. What? What? You're imprinted, you're imprinted, you're imprinted, you're imprinted. I just never... wow. So I might do that. I might, Soul Rift, no. I might go with that. No, I'm gonna go with that. Actually, do I need that? Yeah. Gonna go with that. Okay. So, what type of golem do I want? I don't think I need the corpses. Second iron golem. Primary enemies behind them. No, I want iron golem. You make enemies vulnerable, right? Or did they change that to that one? They might have. Your iron golem slam attack also pulls enemies in. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Okay. Or bone golem. No, I'm gonna go with bone golem. Damn. Make enemies vulnerable for me. I don't know why that got rid of that, but okay. So I got this. Tempering. Okay, we are doing okay on some things. Let's see here. Gonna try to get the not trained vitality. What little kitty? I'm gonna pick you up and give you a hug. I'm gonna pick you up and give you a hug. You're mine now. Oh my goodness, she wanted some love. Oh, now you give me 25% damage reduction for summons. You know, fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. There's got to be or decay. No. Bone storm duration. I might take that. But I want corpse explosion size first. Not curse size. Corpse explosion size. Not curse duration. Corpse explosion size. Not corpse tendril size. Corpse explosion size. There we go. I don't think I need too much of those. You already bound to me, yeah. Let's go with you get corpse explosion size as well. I wish curse size affected the cursed aura. Oh, give me the worst it could be. Whew. That's so mean. So mean. Okay. Now I want you to be necrotic carapace. Heck yes. Okay, I might re-roll things on that. We'll see. You. I should re-roll that thorns, honestly. We're gonna go with bone storm duration on you. That's good. We're gonna go with I don't know what. So I'll leave you blank for now. You, we're gonna go with curse size, I think. Unless, of course, you give... I'll take the corpse explosion size. Necromancer motion, of course. The reason I always pick Necromancer motion over natural motion. Necromancer motion has three things. Movement speed after killing an elite. and then movement speed during Blood Mist. I want movement speed, so I have a 1 in 3 chance of getting it. On this one, it has movement speed, the same bonus to movement speed, the same bonus to movement speed after killing an elite, but then it also has mobility skill cooldown reduction and evade cooldown reduction. I don't want either of those. I want movement speed. It'd be interesting to make a Blood Mist build. Could I theoretically use enough corpse I gotta try it. I gotta try it. That's annoying. I gotta try it. Hold on. Gonna use you for the Blood Mist one. Gotta try it. I gotta try it. Oh, also, I don't need thorns. Give me max life. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Did I enchant these? I did not. Yeah, I don't care about them that much, though. But I gotta try that. Which means, for you... Blood Mist lasts 3 seconds and has a 20-second cooldown. Now it has still a 20-second cooldown, but still pretty good. Damage to cursed enemies. Is there corpse explosion damage? Shadow Finesse. Do you count as desecrating the ground? I don't know. But your darkness, your blood, darkness. I have 3 darkness skills, basically. We're gonna go with Shadow and try to get Shadow damage over time. Shadow damage over time, maybe? Shadow damage over time. Alright, I'll take it. You. Resource. No. Necromancer efficiency. You're the main one. Ultimate. Sweet. You're 33 seconds. You last 15. I can bump you up to 30. That is like 2 seconds of downtime. Sweet. Shadow Finesse. Shadow damage over time. Sweet. Shadow Finesse. Darkness damage. Whatever. Ultimate cooldown reduction. Ultimate cooldown reduction. Ultimate cooldown reduction. It doesn't want to give me it. It doesn't like me. It really doesn't. I don't want Bone Spirit or Rapid Ossification. You keep giving me those 2 things. 8%. Oh god, that sucked. Alright. Let's bump a few things up. You did okay. So let's get you up to rank 8. I'm good with a boost to max life. And I'm really good with a boost to corpse explosion. Bone Storm duration, Blood Mist cooldown. You're honestly a good piece of gear. So let's buff you up. I'm kind of hoping that I could camp out in Blood Mist a bunch. Because that's pretty good. Because each time I consume a corpse, I reduce its cooldown by 0.8 seconds.
Not bad.
Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Max life. I'm good with that. I've spent about 40 million on this. Movement speed. I'm good with that. Let's go with you, and let's actually temper you back first. Let's go with that blood. Blood mist duration. Meaning you're not 3, you're 3.4 seconds. Okay, here's the thing. Buffing its duration means I have a higher chance of proccing this. So I'll take it.
That there is worth the coin.
We'll take it. And you, we're going to buff you up quite a bit.
Not bad.
No. No. Because that's only buffing one thing. I don't want it to only buff one thing. That I'm good with. That I'm really good with. Okay. All right. Let's take it as that. Okay, so let's try another one of these. Let's see how this fares. So trying to keep in my head how the last one went, and I'm going to attempt this one. See which build I like better. I kind of like the dagger shield aspect. And Lidless Wall, I've always kind of wanted to make a build out of it. You're going to be that one again. I'm going to need it.
I don't think I like this.
Okay, I'm going to... No, I'm going to keep them how they are. Let's keep going like that. Sweet. 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 I'm actually doing okay with this. And this is without any of the Paragon stuff. So let's test out the Paragon stuff after this. See how that affects it. Yeah, that one okay. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a respec. Bam. Okay, so I don't need Essence or Dominate. I will probably need Exploit. Yeah, I will need Exploit. And I'm gonna do a thing. Yes, I know I keep going back and forth, but I'm testing it out. I'm trying a few things. I know I'm not doing this the most efficient way I could, but I don't care. I want on one of these, probably you, that lucky hit chance, to be lucky hit chance to make enemies vulnerable. Okay, I guess I'll leave it as one more. Nice. I'm gonna reroll that max health. Come on. Just give me the thing I need. I'd rather vulnerable damage. Chance to heal, no. Alright, last one. Alright, nope. Okay. So, because I wanna make enemies vulnerable. Alright, so let's see here. I do want to make enemies vulnerable, so I am gonna go with the classic exploit here. Bam. Get these all filled in. Get those. Do that. I can actually get rid of that then. Do this. Do that. Bam. Cult Leader, no. Hulking Monstrosity, yes. Flesh Eater, yes. Scent of Death, probably. So I so far have 2. Hitting an enemy with bone skills increases your damage by 1% in your max essence. Maybe. So Bone Graft, maybe. No. Well. Maybe. No. Yes. I don't know how often I'm going to be cursing enemies in this. I'm going to try to curse enemies, but I definitely want this. Like that. And you are going to want darkness, because of your shadow damage. Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I think there's desecration. I don't desecrate. Abyssal, maybe. Blood Drinker, no. Dead Razor, no. Eliminator, no. Exhumation, no. Golem, yes. So I'm going to want Golem. Do I have active minions? Thorns damage, no. Minions gain, no. Imbiber, no. Scourge? Scourge I'm going to want. So I'm going to want Scourge and Golem. Okay, Scourge and Golem. One, two, three, four, five, six. Neither would really matter. So let's pop on to the next one. Hulking Monstrosity, yes. Attach board. Probably not the best orientation actually. So before I do that, attach. Let's preview it. What route do I want to go? I'm thinking I want this route. So that'll I'll go up here and branch there. Hold on, let's think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get that. Whereas I'm going to be going there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I actually think going up like this is better. Let's increase our golem a little bit. I like throwing the golem in the golem board. I just do. I don't think it's the best setup, but I think it's a fun one. It's a fitting one. Yeah. Its radius increases by 1. That will be maxed out. Golem damage, golem attack speed. Golem damage, golem max life. Yeah, let's go for that. One, two, three, four, five. Bam. Scent of Death, Bone Graft, Frailty. Bonus increased by 10% for each second they are cursed, up to 40%. So let's see, I do want Flesh Eater. So I'm going to be consuming a lot of corpses. And I want... this one that increases corpse attack speed. I think I want that. Okay, and then... I'm thinking... I do want Scourge, right? Me increasing that. What about Exhumation? That's going to be good. You. And that is based off of intelligence. So let's yeah, you're gonna need increases. One, two, three, four, five, six. Sweet. You. One last one. Cursed enemies take increased damage. Blood orbs grant some stuff. Bone skills. Let's go with Scent of Death, because you should be giving me some corpse stuff, right? Oh, you're gonna give me something I really like there. Yeah, you're gonna give me some decent stuff, but I really want that. So we're gonna attach you just like you are. Dead Razor, Blood Drinker, Abyssal, Eliminator, Imbiber, Mage, Revenge, Sacrificial, Warrior Undaunted, Scourge. Let's go Scourge. This should be intelligence based as well. Sweet. I'm planning a little bit ahead, not too much ahead, of like the fact that I know that pretty much all of those are going to be within range. One, two. I don't know if that one will. That one will. Max life healing received, shadow resistance, max shadow resistance, damage to injured enemies, and armor. Let's check my armor now. Let's check my resistances. Not maxed out resistances. I do need more poison and cold resistance primarily. can I get to those? You are Shadow and Max Shadow. You're not poison. You're poison and max poison. Your resistance to all elements and max life. I think I want that one. Golem damage, golem attack speed. Yep. Max life healing received. Shadow damage over time, resource cost reduction. Ooh, that shadow damage over time could be good. Yeah, screw it. Let's do that. Working towards that. Alright, so we're good on that. Okay, now, Paragon board is all up and running. I don't have all of the stuff for it, but I can always, like, farm levels in that later. Okay. Let's go with this thing. Oh, that is so much better. That is so much better. Let's do that. Oh, sweet, sweet. That had a 13-second cooldown. That is so good. Like, look at that. That's pretty good. Let's pop a bunch of those. I'd kind of like to make it so that Blood Mist has no cooldown. I don't know if I'll be able to. I'm going to test something. I'm going to test replacing this with this. I'm gonna attempt that. Because this will make it so that the duration for this is not increased by too much. I wanna see if without it, if I'm still able to deal with things. Okay, so no, I do kind of want that. Yeah. This ring is good. Can I get by without this? Just taking the helmet off. Not a great idea. But I'm kind of seeing if that huge flesh mechanic is enough. Because if I can get Cursed Aura on it, I want that instead. Let's do that. And then let's do this. Because you have a 16-second duration that I add 15 seconds onto. Yeah. So Spire... Exalted Hordes. Exalted Hordes. I'm doing that. Okay. Okay, yeah, I can get by without that aspect just fine. Which means I can replace it with Cursed Aura, I think. Yes, Cursed Aura would make that good, I think. honestly, like, this is pretty good. This is pretty decent. 'Cause again, if I can stay inside of Blood Mist, then I can't take damage, and I can be doing damage to enemies. Which means that is kind of ultimately what I want. So. I kind of want to like only pop out of Blood Mist to cast my ultimate and then pop back into it. So I'm going to go change the aspect on my helmet because I can get a good amount of barrier. In fact, if I can get only in Blood Mist, then I don't need to worry about too much barrier. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's equip this helmet again, but let's go and change the aspect on it.
All right, traveler.
So let's take a look at these. I might be able to get rid of consuming a corpse generates blood orbs. I'll see. Block damage reduction is increased while you have a barrier. Okay, that's nice. Bone Storm doesn't need to give me a barrier. Increased armor. When you cast a skill, it'll heal you. You. Actually, is there a mobility skill that might gain 35% evade cooldown reduction? You can now evade during Blood Mist. Entering or exiting. Actually, I think I might do that. Yeah, I'm going to try this. Then I'm going to try going from you to you to get that Blood Mist. One. Blood Mist, Blood Mist, Blood Mist. Explosive Mist. And then I'm kind of curious if I can get by without this. If I can get you to be aspect of the Cursed Aura. Because I have that, yes. And I could always get rid of this board and get the Curse one. So let's try this. See how well that works. This took a little bit longer than I intended. Yeah. There we go. Oh, this is going better, I think. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh yeah. I kind of like the evading in Blood Mist. It seems like it's reducing its cooldown quicker. Oh, that is going good. Okay, I was gonna make sure that those all died. Some lords, not bad. Exalted hordes. There we go. My golem should have a bone storm around him, right? Or yeah, it's just a smaller one. I'm trying to dash more to increase it. So I need something that I can upgrade to increase the duration of my Blood Mist. If I can essentially double its duration, then I should be able to basically eliminate its cooldown entirely. Harlequin Crest might help. But Harlequin Crest helps everything, to be fair. There we go. Oh. I didn't get a ton in this one. I think I like this more than the Blood Surge build just because it's uniquely different than my previous Blood Surge build, and I kind of like that. So it's not that this is better, it's just that I like it more. Alright. Gonna just kind of do this. Huzzah! More corpses. I kind of wonder if they stack, if the damage from those corpse explosions stack on the floor. I don't think they do. Well, they might. Kind of hope they do. Alright, I've kind of beat them up quite a bit. I gotta beat up Brem the Maelstrom. You! Eternal. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a Harlequin Crest for this build, I think. But I think I like it more than the Blood Surge one. And it utilizes some aspects that I kind of, or some uniques that I like a little bit more. I don't feel like I have as many wasted slots, and I feel like it has more room to grow. That and like it pops up pretty quickly. Like it does good work, I think. I do need to get like 100 million gold now though, because I spent a lot. But I think I am probably going to end this episode here before I do continue this build, because like look at that gear. It's not even good. Most of it isn't. Some of it is really good. Like, this is a really good Howl from Below. This is a pretty good Mortar Crux. It's a pretty good Lidless Wall. And it got some really good increases there. But, yeah, most of it, like, these trinkets can definitely be better. It's got a good chest piece. Got some good rolls in it. But, yeah. Overall, can definitely be better. But I'm enjoying it nonetheless. And so, I'm going to end it here. I'm gonna teleport back to Kyovershed, and I'm gonna, yeah, I think I did a good build. This was just a random build based off of a unique I found in the Undercity. It could do Torment 3. Here, I'll test it out in Torment 4 really quick. I'm just gonna hop in Torment 4, fight something out in the open, to kind of compare it to that Blood Surge one. Let's see. Let's go here. Yeah, why not? I'm not gonna stay for long, but just gonna go there, see how it goes, see what I can do to it, and yeah, gonna see if this lives up to the expectation. I don't think it will. Like, I don't think it could do Torment 4. It could do Torment 3 just fine, but I don't feel too hopeful about this in Torment 4. I will say it's pretty good at like fearing people. Yeah. Damage output isn't high enough for Torment 4, I don't think. But it can recover pretty quick. Look at that. We got a 29% lucky hit chance. When I hit an enemy and form a corpse, I also gain 11% of my life as barrier. Are there points that I can move around? I probably can get by without this, so let's see if I can get by without that. What's my barrier at? Okay, your lucky hit chance of 50% at the moment. So you did not increase it that much. You're not proccing as often as I would like then. You're supposed to be giving me 11% of my max life as barrier for 4 seconds. Maybe it just wasn't enough enemies. Yeah, when there's more enemies around, it triggers more. Okay. So I think I definitely wanted those. I think that definitely kept me safer. I thought I was using that. Okay, hold on. Test again. I thought I was using something that I obviously wasn't. And that was this thing. Because that's supposed to now, no, Blood Mist is now a mobility skill that grants 30% movement speed, spawning a corpse every second. And on my boots, I have... I'm gonna replace that with movement speed. So I'm okay moving like a little bit slower. I'm okay moving a little bit slower if it means reducing the cooldown of Blood Mist. I kind of want to see if I can make it... Oh, okay, hold on. I know I said I was going to be done, but I have some more ideas. Tempering, you, bam, you. Dang it, don't want that. Get rid of that. Consumables, bam.
How can I help?
Temper, you. Natural motion. Not evade cooldown. Not movement speed. Give me that mobility cooldown. It's your mobility skill. Give me that mobility cooldown. Give me that. Come on. Last chance. Dang it. Dang it. Because I can get up to 8% mobility cooldown. That is pretty good. But the thing is, with that, I can, like, in these runes, There is cast a mobility or macabre skill. That might... Would that trigger twice? Would that trigger twice? I don't know. But let's see here. Um, maybe challenging shout, that could prove useful. And those give me 100, so I'd have to do that a few times. +1 to all skills could be useful. War cry, teleport. Reduce active cooldown by 0.1. What does increasing the skill level do? Reduces its cooldown by a decent margin, actually. Okay, that increases my armor, and I kind of need that. Hold on, though. I can probably get by. I could probably get by without that. I can get by without this. I don't need the crit chance. Cooldown 15 seconds. I can get one more point. I can get one more point from something. I can steal a point from there. Bump it into there. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Can I use another one of these on my boots? No, I can't. Let's test these. If I can get evade cooldown on them. Or a mobility cooldown, I mean. How? How, game? How? That's okay. I'm actually going to go with Bone Innovation, hoping for that Bone Storm. Duration, heck yes. So I'm actually going to switch these out. Consumables, bam. Throw you on there. Tempering, you. Mobility. Natural. Motion. Natural motion. Not evade. Give me the other one. Come on. Come on, game. Don't do this to me. Last chance. Do something nice for me. Dang it. That is disappointing, to say the least. Alright.
Is always hot.
Runecraft. Let me add sockets to you.
Beautiful and handy.
You. Sure, you. Don't care about the rest. I'm not going to actually add in too many gems yet, though. But I want to look through these. Going to see what runes might help. Gain 100 offering. Mobility. Cast 2 mobility or macabre skills. Evade would be 75. Cast an ultimate is 150. I'm thinking... I kind of want that, but I need a something that'll trigger it pretty quickly. Invoke the Spiritborn's Concussive Stomp. Or there's a so you I can utilize, and I want to try utilizing this. Oh no, not the spend fire. No, not this one. So every time I inflict crowd control, which every time I use Corpse Explosion, I will fear and slow an enemy. Inflict a crowd control, gain double offering it if it isn't. So that'll be 10. I'd have to like fear 10 enemies to get that to trigger. Which is possible. I kind of want... something that will okay, how much for the chalk? It's only 20 offering. Okay, I'll do that. And then on this one, I will do that. Take off 0.1. Okay. I'll keep that. Salvage the rest. Okay. Okay. So I did get quite a bit of cooldown reduction onto my Blood Mist. If I could guarantee overpowers on my corpse skills, that would be different. Because I'm trying to see if I could just stay in Blood Mist the entire time. Because if I can, that's going to be pretty useful. So let's see how much of a cooldown. 10 seconds. Yen's Blessing, I kind of wonder. If I had a Yen's Blessing, would that be a little bit different? If I had a Yen's Blessing, would I be able to... Would I be able to stay in Blood Mist longer? Yeah, I got plenty of movement speed. Yeah, I think this is decent though. It doesn't use the Ring of Mendeln, but honestly I think that's just better suited on a summoner. But overall this is going decent. There we go. Okay, because you are... Blood mist triggers corpse explosion and surrounding corpses. When blood mist detonates a corpse, its cooldown is reduced by 0.8 seconds. So, I want to make it so that when I use blood mist, which lasts for 3.5 seconds, that I could detonate essentially 15 corpses. You shed how many corpses? 5. You shed 5 corpses. Which will basically reduce the cooldown by 4 seconds when all of them are used up. Do I have another darkness skill? I don't. That's good though. They're only doing like 16,000 though. So the actual like people there don't do too much. So it's actually mostly coming from the Decrepify. Or the actually it's probably mostly coming from Piranado. But quite a bit of it is going to be coming from Corpse Explosion and Bone Storm. Bone Storm's good too. Yeah. Alright, I think it's decent. I think this build is decent. It is really slow. It's not like a ton of damage. I feel like it has the potential to do a lot better, but overall, I am enjoying it. So, I need things that will reduce mobility cooldown, and I need things that will increase shadow damage over time. Because I feel like it's, I feel like it has the potential to be always in Blood Mist, which, if you don't know why that's useful, it's because you're unkillable then. Rachnoth's Wake, you do give cooldown reduction. And you increase non-physical damage, and you give resistance to all elements, and you give movement speed. And when you cast a skill with a cooldown, you explode. Don't I have a Yen's Blessing? I do. You don't give cooldown reduction, but casting a skill has a 46% chance to trigger a non-mobility, non-ultimate skill. That is a mobility skill at the moment. So not amazing. But that's okay. I'll figure out some things. Yeah. Thinking I'm gonna end it there. Before I get too wrapped up in it. I like this build more than the Blood Surge one. I kind of got 2 builds for 1 today. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. But that's just kind of how it happened today. Mostly because I wanted to use this Lidless Wall, and I'm enjoying it. It's doing okay. But I'm going to end it there. You guys have a good one. And yeah, I'm gonna go and do some dishes. Alright.